Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Hi-Fi Fanatics. Thank you for joining us. My name is Mike with Audio Architects. I'm here with my co-host, Giles from Home Theater Fanatics.
What's up, everybody?
And today we do have very special guests. Thank you guys for joining us. We have Joel, Simon, and Emmanuel.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. It's very nice to have you all here. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and to speak to our audience about, all the exciting things happening with the company. I just want to kind of jump right into it and get to it. You guys have two new special products that you're going to be rolling out here soon.
We're announcing two products today, both centered in our traditional core categories, or what we consider kind of hi-fi. With a Model 30 integrated amplifier and the SACD 30N, which is a combination SACD player and networked audio player. Excited for the products, not just for what they represent, but also symbolically, it represents a new trajectory for the brand. We've spent quite a bit of energy on embracing our history, embracing our heritage, and trying to modernize it in a new way for hi-fi customers. And eventually we want to make our way to other categories where maybe we can reach new customers and bring them into the Marantz family. So we're excited to talk about them quite a bit today. Emmanuel, maybe you have any additional comments on the Model 30?
This is really something special for us and unique, which is continuing on the tradition of what Marantz always been doing and improving and continue to modernize products. So basically what you're going to see there, and Simon talk about it, there's a new industrial design, but I would say if you look inside the product, you will find what a traditional Marantz amplifier is, and also integrating a couple of new technology that we're really proud to be able to bring to the level of the Model 30. So some of the things are new, some of the things are what we had previously in much higher model, but everything that you're gonna get from those products is that sweet, most musical sound that you get from a Marantz product that we've been keeping and maintaining over the years, and that we continue to improve in every new product we release.
But for people that aren't 100% familiar with the term integrated amplifier, basically, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong about this particular model, but the idea there is that you have a device that allows you to input from a number of different source devices, and then the amplification for your two channels of output is also integrated. That's why it's integrated amplifier. It's all put together. So
I would say close enough. The main difference in that case, because we're a little bit more in the hi-fi world, I would say, is you have a pure analog amplifier. So there is no digital input like you can find on an AVR or HDMI switching or things like that. So the Model 30 is a pure analog piece. And then when you had the SACD 30N, you had all that digital interface within your system. So basically, we want to make sure that we're not mixing in the hi-fi world as much as possible. I would say digital and analog world, because there could be some interference that happen there on the sound reproduction. So it is what hi-fi has been traditionally doing.
Okay,
great. Now, so from a speeds and feeds kind of talk, I want to talk a little bit about that. This is 2-channel. What type of amplifier is integrated into this? Is this like a Class AB amp, Class A, Class D? And what kind of power can folks expect to get out of this, and what ohm loads would they be able to push? Is it limited to 8, or would they be able to push some larger floor standards that might come in at 4 ohms, that kind of stuff?
It is a Class D amplification with a pretty unique design, because we going to go with direct pure analog mode directly inside the amplification module. And the amplification module is connected directly in the back of the amplifier to the speaker terminal. So there is no cable there. So it's a direct path. So it's really, the idea there is to preserve the purity of the signal and have no wire inside the unit or whatever that can mix, I would say, high current or with low current and create any type of interference. So if you look inside the product, you will see that you almost have 2 products in one. So there's 2 separate power supply, one for the amplification, one for the preamplifier, and there's also separate board for the preamplification and the amplification. And as I mentioned earlier, the amplification is connected directly to the speaker terminal.
Awesome. So I'm really excited about the SACD 30N because I'm a huge CD fan. What is this player going to do? What new technology have you guys incorporated into it, and what can people expect from it?
So I would say this is also touching on a very also other unique thing from I would say in Sound United and the Marantz side, we manufacturing our own SACD drive that you probably know that from the past, but Marantz at the time it was owned by Philips, was part of just the first company who released a CD player. So we have almost 35 years of I would say expertise in making CD. So that mechanism you have in the SACD 30N is kind of the result of everything we learned over that period of time and refinement that we've been able to put in that product. So it is a pretty unique drive, which is very, very stable, which is very, very important, and which is able to play back SACD, CD, but also DVD-ROM. So if you still want to burn a DVD-ROM with high resolution file, DSD file, or other file, you can do that also as well. And the last thing I would say, there's so much detail about all that, I would say attention to detail we put in the product, because we create the SACD 30N as being a digital hub, and we'll probably touch on that because there's far more than just CD and SACD. So when we developed that product, we believe it was important that, for example, if you stream music, that there is no potential interference coming from the mechanism. So when you're not in CD or SACD mode, we actually switch off the power supply to the drive. So if you have one of those units and you switch the source back to CD or SACD, or you push the eject button to load the disk, you will notice a little bit of time because we need to reboot the whole system. So it's all those small things we've been learning and implementing in this product. So if you go to the SACD 30N, so I was mentioning the Model 30 to be a 2-in-1, where you almost have a preamplifier and an amplifier, which I'll separate. The SACD 30N is almost a 6-in-1 because you basically have that CD drive, which is there, so you can play back your CD. You have a USB DAC in the product, so you can connect your computer. If you have your file on your computer and you're using a piece of software like Roon or whatever, you can connect it in that way. You also have, I would say, at the heart of the system, our EOS module. That I don't know if people are familiar with that, but it's what we refer as our IoT platform. So it gives you access to streaming music, being Tidal, being Amazon Music HD, being TuneIn or any other platform. So it gives you that access with a dedicated app. You can also have a USB-B, but there's also, I would say, in the product, a pretty unique DAC. You have a headphone amplifier, and you also have a preamplifier because we have a variable input. So if you want to use the SACD 30N directly connected to a computer and use it as a headphone amplifier, it is a fantastic unit for that, because each of the elements, we can talk about 20 minutes about them, but everything we implement in that product to ensure you're going to get that most musical sound. That Marantz is spending hours in making sure that we reproduce every single piece of music in the best possible way.
I think two important things is date of release and price point.
We're going to be releasing these products in September. So the official announcement, of course, is September 1st, and we are going to be making these available for purchase September 15th, I believe is the day. Price points are $2,500 USD for each. So the amplifier will be $2,500, and the SACD networked audio player will be $2,500 as well. Yeah, I think one other thing I would just keep an eye on Marantz. I mean, we're doing some really interesting things right now, not just in 2-channel and integrated amplifiers and source pieces, but where we go within home theater, where we're intending to go beyond that, I think is really exciting plans ahead. We think Marantz can be even better than it is today, and we're excited for what the future is going to bring.
Yeah, I had to cover some boxes behind me, actually.
He's like, don't look back there. That's secret stuff.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time, and we are excited for September. This looks to be a quite momentous month for everyone in the Marantz and Sound United family. So best of luck with the launch, and we're excited to help you in any way we can.
Thanks for having us on, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.